Tanning is the force that went beyond musical boundaries and into the psyche of young America, blurring cultural and demographic lines so permanently that it laid the foundation for a transformation. Understanding this phenomenon is what made me a successful entrepreneur in the worlds of music and advertising. In my career, I've had the honor of working with true icons. During this series, I'll introduce you to these amazing people and personalities, and we'll talk about how they and the tanning effect are changing the world. I am Steve Stout, and welcome to The Tanning Effect. Today I'm talking with a true architect of tanning. He's worked with everyone from Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty, and U2, to Dr. Dre, Eminem, and Lady Gaga. I'm also very proud to say that he's my mentor, Jimmy Iovine.
Thanks, Steve.
So I'm happy to have you here, and I wanted to speak to you about there's so many hot topics to discuss with you, and I wanted to start with the history of music. Recently, I had a conversation.
Something small.
Yeah, well, I'll narrow it for you. So you said something to me when I interviewed you for the book, that when you first heard Nothing But a G Thing by Snoop and Dre, that it reminded you of the Rolling Stones.
Right.
And talk to me about that. How did you find the similarities in Nothing But a G Thing in the Rolling Stones music?
Well, when I started Interscope, I had just come out of producing U2's Rattle and Hum, and I produced a lot of records in the 80s and the 70s. And I didn't understand. We wanted to get into hip hop, at Interscope, and I'd never done that before. And it was interesting to me, but I didn't really understand it and how to work with the producers. So Dr. Dre came in with Suge Knight, and they played me Nothing But a G Thing. And it was the first hip hop record that I had heard since we started Interscope that worked on my speakers. I'm a fanatic about making my speakers sound the same way. My speakers have sounded the same way, only I've added a subwoofer when they were invented. And I still use that curve. So the record exploded on my speakers. And I said, I don't know a lot about what's going on here, but whoever produced this is incredible. So we made the deal with them. And when I heard G Thing, I said, in structure, the structure of this is very similar to Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. Because what it has the lick, do-do-do-do-do-do, it has that. And then it has like this and like that and like this, which is and I try. And then the Stones go, I can't get no. And Dre and Snoop did Nothing But a G Thing, baby. So I had exactly that thing. As a matter of fact, when I met with Jan Winter of Rolling Stone to get them on the cover, they had never been a hip-hop artist on the cover of Rolling Stone before.
Yeah. How'd you get them to do that?
Well, I walked in, I said, Jan, I showed them a picture of these guys. I showed them the video. I said, this is Mick and Keith. And Jan's a friend of mine. He looked at me like, he said, come on, okay, that's a great pitch, I said, no, this is Mick and Keith. They have this. They represent exactly what those guys represented when they hit. They had attitude, they had swagger. I said they were considered dangerous to Stones. I said, these are those guys, And then I played him G Thing, and I said, listen to the structure of the song. And it's very, very powerful. And we got really lucky, and Jan put them on the cover of Rolling Stone. And it was a very funny story there, because Snoop, when I first told him, he said, nah, man, I don't want to be on Rolling Stone. I want to be on The Source, because he was 19. I said, well, we'll get The Source too, but let's do the cover of Rolling Stone. So he did the cover of Rolling Stone. And after it came out, I saw him, and he said, yo, man, you're incredible. I walked down the street, and I got all these white people, young and old, saying, yo, Snoop Dogg, I saw you on the cover of Rolling Stone. Right? So, it was just, it was a lot of hurdles to have that music cross over.
To get G Thing on the radio, you had to play certain games.
There's no reason in the world this is not being played everywhere in the world, all times, every day.
Y'all know me, still the same OG, but I've been low-key, hated on by most these with no cheese, no